Hey guys, welcome back to another video here at LSR10. And before we start the video, please like the video, share it with your FPL playing friends and subscribe to the channel. This is a small growing channel. Every subscribe helps. So let's get straight into it. Just before we start, let me talk a bit about myself. I finished 8K in the world in FPL last season. And this is, you could say, my first refined draft. I took a break after the World Cup. This is my first post World Cup content, and this is first of many FPL videos for this season. This is my first refined FPL draft. So let's get straight into talking about it. So my strategy was very clear. If we talk about attack, midfield, and defense, in the attack, I just wanted to target a few teams: Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Spurs. Now with Man City, I will obviously go for Erling Haaland. I like to go differential, but differential doesn't mean not doing the obvious and not picking Erling Haaland. As you can see, I have not gone for Bruno Fernandes because I think the value of Bruno Fernandes is when you captain him. And I am not going to captain Bruno Fernandes because for me, Erling Haaland is going to be the perma captain. And if I'm not going to captain Bruno Fernandes, then there is no point spending 12 million on him, especially if I want to bench boost, which maybe you can make out from my bench players, which I will talk about it later. So I've decided to go for Brian Mbuemo and Matheus Cunha. Not only because that will allow me double Manchester United attack, which a lot of people won't be able to have with Haaland and Bruno, but it will be a bit differential play as well because people won't have both. And even if somehow they manage to get double attack with Bruno, they won't have they will have only one of Mbuemo or Cunha. So I will have both, and I'm not going to captain them. So I just want it for the first two fixtures. Whichever one does well can continue to stay in my team. Whichever one does poorly after the first two fixtures, I can just remove them quite comfortably. Before Phil Foden, I had Antoine Semenyo. But ever since that new statement which has come, where under Enzo Maresca, Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, and Joshko Guardiola are going to be the three pillars, I have been enticed by saving that 1.5 billion. Phil Foden is the cheapest Man City attacker. He's cheaper than Jeremy Doku. He's cheaper than Ryan Cherky as well, let alone Antoine Semenyo. So if Phil Foden regularly starts, just starts, not anything else, if he just regularly starts and plays upwards of 70 minutes, he's going to be a lock, just like Joao Pedro and Soboslai in people's team. So I've decided to double up on Man City attack because everybody is going to have Haaland. Everybody is going to not captain him because people with Bruno might captain Bruno, but everybody is going to have Erling Haaland. So if I want to earn something from Man City, I need to have double attack. So I've gone for Phil Foden, and I've already explained Brian Mbuemo and Matheus Cunha. Now talking about Joao Pedro, I was actually quite in a tussle to pick Joao Pedro or Cole Palmer or both. Now the reason why I did not want to pick both of them is because of that game week 3 fixture against Arsenal. I don't want a clash happening where I have got Cole Palmer, Joao Pedro, and maybe double Arsenal defense. It's not in this draft, but it could be. I don't want four players in that one particular fixture, and I don't want to push myself into a wildcard 3. Nor do I want to, bookmark transfers because if I need transfer somewhere else, then I don't want to bookmark the transfers. That's why I thought that going double Chelsea attack is just not worth it. And when it came to picking between Cole Palmer and Joao Pedro, I just picked Cole Palmer because I had to pick Alexander Isak as well. I'll come back to that later. I did not have enough money, and plus Joao Pedro, it looks like is going to be a template pick. It looks like everybody is going to have Joao Pedro and Dominic Soboslai, so might as well just stay with the template. I don't think that Danny Welbeck signing is going to do anything, and Morgan Rogers, even though Xavi Alonso has said that he should be fit, but even if he is fit, it's not guaranteed he'll start because Estevao is there with them in the preseason. So Estevao might just start. You never know. Now talking about Soboslai and Isak. So Soboslai was once again, just like Joao Pedro, an obvious pick because he was the cheapest Liverpool attacker. He looks like the best Liverpool attacker, guaranteed to play 90 minutes. The safest pick, everybody has it, so no point in being unnecessarily differential. Now, originally, instead of Alexander Isak, I had Dominic Solanke, and instead of Joao Pedro, I had Cole Palmer. The reason why I removed Dominic Solanke is just I cannot trust Dominic Solanke or James Maddison. As I said, I wanted to target the Spurs attack, but I just can't find any good, reliable Spurs attacker. Plus, they weren't impressive against, if I'm not wrong, Sydney Sweeney FC in their preseason match. And if I'm not wrong, that was the weakest opposition any Premier League team has played in the preseason so far. I know it's just one match, one preseason match, but it just doesn't look good. And if I'm not wrong, Mateus Fernandes suffered some serious injury as well, so we don't know about that as well. So Spurs just looking very dicey. I don't rate Roberto De Zerbi as well as a manager. So yeah, just because I did not have any trust and I didn't want to bet on any other attack. I just decided, might as well go for Alexander Isak as a punt and pick Joao Pedro. So as of now, these are my 7 attackers. I've gone for Rudoni because I watched FPL Harry's video, and with this team, as you can clearly see, I am planning on bench boosting game week 2. So I've decided, might as well just go all in on Coventry City, and the 3 starter players were Rudoni, Thomas, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. These are the 3 start players. I've just picked them. So I've gone for Rudoni. It's a good 5 million cheap player, and he will be fit. I am not worried about that yellow flag. Now, talking about the defense, just like the attack, I had a few teams I wanted to target when it came to the defense. It was Arsenal, it was Liverpool, it was Manchester United, and it was Manchester City. And just like how I avoided Spurs and Chelsea, Spurs because there was nobody reliable, and Chelsea because that's the Arsenal fixture, I did the same with the defense as well. Chelsea were also projected to have good defensive fixtures, good clean sheet odds till the first 6 game weeks, but just because of that Arsenal match, I decided no point picking them. And now the logic behind these defenders is actually pretty simple. I needed the cheapest ones possible because I wanted to bench boost. As you can see, I've got a 4.5 million keeper, a 5 million 8th attacker, and 2 4 million defenders, and I've got Alexander Isak as well. So I just needed every penny I could get. So the cheapest possible way to have one representative from all 4 of those teams who looks like is guaranteed to start is Luke Shaw, Jeremy Jacquet, Mosquera, and Gianluigi Donnarumma. Luke Shaw, he's the cheapest one at 4.5 million. Luke Shaw and Diogo Dalot are looks like locked to start for Michael Carrick on both the sides. He basically confirmed it. So Luke Shaw at 4.5 million is a no-brainer. Jeremy Jacquet, yes, he will only take part towards the latter part of the preseason. But if you just go ahead to the Liverpool page and look at their defenders, you will realize that Jeremy Jacquet will play, especially considering the fact that they are not even linked with a defender. They are focusing solely on Bradley Barcola and Ryan from Bournemouth. So it's actually quite puzzling. So Jeremy Jacquet will start even if he's not 100% fit, and that's all we care about. So at 5 billion, he's a bargain. And when it came to Christian Mosquera, once again, he was the cheapest Arsenal pick at 5.5 million. Now, those who want to go ultra risky can go for Ricardo Calafiori. He does have attacking threat, but once again, just like with Dominic Soboslai, Joao Pedro, I just don't want to be pushed into a transfer. So I've just gone for Mosquera because I think Mosquera will start. Mikel Arteta won't play Hincapié and Gabriel both as the centre backs because 2 left-footed centre backs just don't play together and they don't have anybody else. Ezri Konsa is not going to come because Aston Villa are asking for 70 million. That's just absolutely, I mean, I don't even know what the word is. I mean, that's just not going to happen. So I'm very confident Christian Mosquera is going to start. William Saliba should be out for at least 2 to 3 months, hoping he comes back quickly. But yes, so Mosquera is fine. And that leaves us with Gianluigi Donnarumma as the 5.5 million Manchester City pick. The reason I'm going for Rushworth is because it looks like he will move to Coventry City. So just, as a fun cheeky punt, I've decided, let's keep Rushworth. So let's have 4 Coventry players for bench boost against Hull City at home in game week 2. Once again, it's not locked in because if I want to do any transfer and he gets switched to Coventry City, then I won't be able to. But as I said, this is my first refined draft. So within this team, I am planning on wildcarding after game week 5 once the international break starts, or maybe even around the UCL time because maybe the players start rotating. But for the first 4 game weeks, I think I'm going to stick with this team. I should be able to roll the transfers. I have left myself an open option to bench boost in game week 2 if I want to. I might even triple captain Erling Haaland because for the past few seasons, because I've finished well, a big thing of me finishing well, especially last season, was that I just triple captained Haaland before the UCL started when he was guaranteed to start and play 90 minutes and be fresh, the best fixture. And that scenario is here as well. I think so in game week 3, if I'm not wrong, off the top of my head, I'm saying he has a very good fixture. But basically, he has one good fixture before the Champions League starts where he's fresh and he will play 90 minutes. Once again, that logic might not be applicable because he's coming off a World Cup. He did not have a summer off, but still I like that in the first half of the season I like to use my triple captain before the UCL starts and on Erling Haaland. So who knows, maybe before a wild card in game week 4 or game week 5, I might have already used my bench boost in game week 2 and my triple captain on Erling Haaland in game week 3 Coventry at home. I don't mind that fixture at all. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts about my team. This is my first refined draft. Of course, as soon as it is updated or changed, any significant changes, I will make another video. Just before I end the video, one second, I want to request you to like the video, share the video with your fantasy playing friends, and subscribe to the channel. It is a growing channel. Every subscribe helps. And comment down in the video if you need any help. I finished 8k in the world last season, so I think I can help you reasonably well. If you need any help, any question, any thoughts, comments, just share it. I will reply to each and every one of you. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in another future video. Bye bye.